Hello there. Today we're going to tie one of these. This is a small CDC Emeger fly. Not very difficult, but a nice little fly that really works well for all your Dryfly action, all your emergers. A small hook with no bite because I like to fish barbless, and we're going to use some Flashaboo Mirage, some SLF dubbing, some CDC feathers, and some polypropylene yarn, and that's well basically it. So it's a fairly simple fly, fairly inexpensive as well, but it looks very well and really produces well as well. So overall, a nice looking, easy fly that catches a lot of fish, and well basically isn't that what you're looking for in any fly? So I'm gonna cut off here after I've applied my tying thread, and the next step is simply to take a single strand of this Flashaboo Mirage here. This is very vibrant in the colors. The Flashaboo really looks nice and gives a lot of contrast and really makes this fly stand a bit out. And that can sometimes be the deciding factor, because a lot of the times you can end up in quite big hatches, and then a fly that stands a bit out can be the one that the fish go for. So basically I'm gonna take some of this dubbing here, and I'm gonna form a body up around the hook here. And I'm trying to taper this as much as possible, so it's gonna be thin towards the back of the hook, and then gradually become thicker and thicker. Need to add a bit more dubbing here. So just a wee bit more. When you're tying flies like this, you know, a package of dubbing will last well, seemingly forever. As close to forever as is possible. I'm just gonna put down some thread here in order to make sure that I have the thread I need, like that. And then I'm simply gonna turn this as kind of like a rib here. Make sure there's approximately the same distance between the turns here, like so. Tie it down, and as you can see, you have almost the entire length of the flashback. So this is quite a lot different from when I'm tying pike flies. Like that. Looks nice. Have a bit of spark to it now. And then I'm gonna use some polypropylene yarn. Nice for any type of wings on flies. And basically I have some here. Just gonna do like that too. I'm gonna try to cut as evenly across here as I can, because this is gonna be kind of trying to look like it's gonna be something that's left over from something, the wings that is not folded out yet. So I need some of this, but not the complete all of this. That's going to be too much on this small fly. So I am taking out some strands like so. So I have about this. Yeah, I've been pike fishing, so you see my fingers are a bit messed up. Pikes tend to do that to your fingers. You know, marks of honor, you would say. Pike kisses, some people call them. Now basically just apply some pressure so I'm sure this will stay in place like that. Cut off the leftover stuff here, like that. And then I'm gonna do the thorax, and I'm gonna use the CDC to do that. So basically, as you can see, I have this lying on top here. That's a bit too long, but you can always adjust this, like so. Good. I'm gonna take a fairly dark CDC feather, but I'm not gonna take only one. I'm gonna take 2 or 3 to have the right amount here. because you want this to be in the, you want this to hang in the surface, but you want it still to have some floatability. Like so, I've three feathers here. As you can see, I'm making sure that these are as even in length as possible, because I need the tips of these in a second. So basically like that. You can see I have them there. And then I'm going to tie these down so they're pointing backwards around that size. It's tricky here to decide exactly how long these should be, because these are going to be the thorax, but you want them to be long enough so they will be out in front of the fly. So about a bit longer than the hook is what I'm aiming for on here, like this. And then I'm taking some dubbing. I'm using a bit darker dubbing for this final part. You can use the same color as well. I have two different here. I'm actually going to use the same color. And basically I'm just gonna build something that's gonna look like the carapace, the wing case, the thorax here, like so. I'm gonna take the CDC here, turn it up in front here, tie that down, and then I'm gonna make a whip finish, and the fly is done. So basically fairly simple. Looks very nice, both both in your box and whilst you're tying it, and also this catches a lot of fish. So I'm just gonna trim a bit of that off there. And there you have it, small CDC Emeger that floats quite well as well, and really looks good and catches fish. So thank you for watching. I hope you find this tutorial useful, and of course, if you do, please subscribe to my channel for more of this stuff.